Guys, welcome back to Surreal Beauty, back with another video. I'm Tiffany, and we're going to do a part 2 of the Schoolgirl to Sex Work message that I was putting out. And so I know with the last video, I touched on what it was like, stepping into the adult industry and skill sets that I learned and how I felt it prepared me in life. And so I really just wanted to go a little bit deeper into it because I think maybe the whole idea might sound a little crazy or just like, how is that? And so, for a perfect example, I used to struggle with low self esteem, having issues with confidence and self value, just didn't have an overall sense of a healthy sense of self worth. And you would think that with all the effort that I did go into school and as an athlete prior, that I had all of that together. Or at least I had the tool sets to, figure it out if I ever found myself in a jam. And to be honest, I truly struggled in life, just overall, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, in all facets. I felt like I was just not able to mentally cope, especially when life challenges happen. I felt like I just was so fragile, just fold at any pressure or any challenge that came. I just didn't have the confidence to handle life, any situations that came on. I felt like I had more of a scared, fearful mindset and mentality, and not more of a warrior. And so again, with that mindset of poverty, like the lack, the mindset of lack and poverty mindset, I was very much indulged in that. And it seemed as though school, just had me in this place where if I didn't get a job, if I couldn't work for someone, then I'm no good. Now, I used to work corporate America, 9 to 5 jobs, and I would notice that I could never keep them. Not because I couldn't do the work, but I just didn't have the attention span to sit at a desk for more than like 2 hours at a time. I found that it was very difficult for me to confined to rules that just wasn't natural for me. I'm more of a I'm more of a free spirited person, and so I like to do my work and things like that. But I like to switch up the settings and things. I like different challenges. I don't like really doing the same thing every day because that really kills me. So I like a colorful adventure. That's how I look at work. Or rather, if you're passionate about something, you don't really look at it as work. So anyways, I just felt like I didn't really fit in because any job I had, I couldn't keep it, whether I got fired or I quit, because I just couldn't handle the rules of corporate America. And so here I found myself, especially with COVID, I was back against the wall, even with degrees and things like that. Around that time, it was a bit difficult to get a job. So again, I stepped into this industry, and through stepping into this world, it took a lot of crazy things that happened, from, and I talk about in my book, again, The Birth of Treasure. Definitely get your copy. Super, super cool. I reveal all of this, especially in the second half of the book. I talk about the spiritual transformative experience and journey I began to embark on when I was actually working. It inspired me to write this book, and now I'm speaking and sharing my story with you guys. But yes, honestly, when I got into the game, it didn't take the first day, the second day. It took time, but I started to learn how to gain self-confidence. It was something about stepping into my power. That was something that I didn't know that I was going to learn during my process, and so it was much more than just catering to a client and providing services. It was really about stepping into my power, finding my voice, really just tapping into my strong energy that I possess, tapping into skill sets that I have. And I started to learn new different skill sets that I didn't know that I had in me. And I think a lot of the encounters that I had required me to step up to the plate to use these skills. So I was able to start learning myself on a different level. I was able to see that I was much more competent than just one. So again, I was journaling and writing my experiences almost every single day until it came to my mind to write a book and, publish this experience. But honestly, guys, when I tell you, finding my self-worth and confidence, I had to find it. It took almost going to the deepest pit of my life to really have to pull myself out. And when I really started to get to this place, not only did I have more confidence, did I start to gain more confidence in myself, just my sense of overall well being, how I looked at myself, how I began to carry myself, how I thought of myself, how I spoke to myself, the things that I would say, I would speak so horribly. And, that did a whole 180. And now, I talk to myself in the most loving way. But it's very interesting how such a crazy taboo thing can really be the catalyst for my change in my life. So even from realizing that I don't need to work a 9 to 5 to make money, there are other ways to make money. Writing my book was a stream of income that I created for myself. And that was just, the tip of the surface. Then I started to get more of a desire to work in my community. And now I'm hosting my book clubs that, allows me to share my story, engage and interact, and even connect with people that I'm surrounded by and hearing them relate to me. So it's all so many avenues that I've been able to tap into once I realized the power that I possess. I woke up and I realized, I don't just have to do this. I'm much more than that. And this is not to shame anyone who hustles and gets their money that way. I just found for me that there was just so many more other opportunities. Now because of this, have found my voice as a writer, and now I'm writing. I'm working on my next book, and on publishing. And it's just so amazing and it's so empowering how at one point the darkest place in my life ended up being the birthing of a new chapter into my life. So now I'm going to these events, professionally networking, making alliances with people in the community. It's really a great thing. And guys, again, this is just my story. I'm sure you guys have a story, as we all do. And so my message ultimately is to let you know that regardless of where you start, that is just the beginning. It doesn't matter where you start. It matters, where you're going, where you're headed, and where the story ends. And you have total power and control of that. So guys, stay posted for my next videos to come. I dive deep into it. The importance of having a true foundation, support, guidance, and seeking purpose and all of those things. But until next time, I'll see you guys.